Hello, you guys. So today I'm going to keep talking about pinning. So in my last video, I talked about how I've got 4 different types of pinning that I use in all the updos that I do. We've got foundational, grip, push, and detail pinning. So the last video I talked about grip pinning and push pinning, and today I want to show you a little tutorial on how I would use foundational pinning. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right in. So how I'm going to picture this updo is I'm thinking about it in 3 ways. I'm thinking about the crown, I'm thinking about the front, and then I'm thinking about the back. So the first foundational pinning that we're gonna do is with the crown. So I've already done my sectioning, prepping, all the important to pre-work before I begin my updo. And then I'm gonna pull down the crown and create my foundational pinning to begin. So my updo is gonna be in the low area, kind of down by the nape. And so this is where I'm gonna create the foundation for my updo. So what I'm gonna do is work each section and decide if I wanna have a little texture, grip, however I wanna do that. So you might wanna use a little gripping spray, texture spray, whatever you're gonna do, unless you want it to be really smooth, so then you're gonna use a smoothing serum. Pick your product for your style. And I'm gonna create a line across the back, and that's gonna be my foundation. So when I'm doing foundational pinning, what I'm doing is opening up my pins and I'm creating a foundation for the rest of the updo to go into. So this is gonna be kind of the home base for the updo, and I'm gonna pull everything toward that center, and I'm actually crisscrossing the pins on top of each other to create a really solid foundation, and I'm actually securing it to the head. So sometimes when you pin, you're pinning into maybe other hair, you're pinning into your ponytail, you're pinning into a bun form, something like that. This I'm actually securing to the head because I know that's gonna last and last, and it's going to provide a place that I can push the rest of my pins into and bring the hair to. So when I talk about foundational pinning, I'm talking about creating a great foundation for your updo so that you know your updo is gonna last all night. And so even if a few pieces fall out here and there, the whole updo isn't gonna collapse. So when you do your foundation, you wanna just make sure it's really secure all the way around and that it's gonna withhold having other hair pinned into it. So you can see that I'm kind of crisscrossing as I go, and I've created this foundation by securing the top in sort of a textured way with a little bit of volume in there. And I've secured it by crisscrossing these bobby pins over the top. So shaking the head, it's not going anywhere. And I've gathered all the hair from the crown. You can finish with a little hairspray on top. And this is where we're gonna bring everything to. So I'm not doing the front next. I'm actually gonna pin the whole back next into this foundation. And then I'm gonna use the front to cover any bobby pins that I need to at the end. So my next step is I'm gonna create an additional line so I have something else to twist the hair into. So I'm gonna pull this hair, all of it, over and create another line of bobby pins going down the center. So I'm going to go upwards with these, and I'm feeling this hit this line right here. So this foundation that I created here, this bobby pin is now crossing over that to create a really secure foundation here. So I'm gonna do 2 because the hair is really thick. You might need to do big bobby pins that are a couple inches long if you have someone who's got really thick hair. But I'm gonna do as many as I need until I feel like this hair isn't moving anywhere. And I'll even go down 1. So that kind of locks it in. So now I've created my second foundation. So my first foundation is here. That's getting in all the crown area. Now the next foundation is going upward, and that's gonna help me have a space that I can wrap this hair into to create my updo. I'm gonna step over here, and you can see that I've got this spot for the hair to go into. And what I'm gonna do is take this section here, and I'm gonna twist it and wrap it into kind of a French twist form over the bobby pin line that I just made. So I need to find the right angle to show you and have my hands do the work they need to do. I'm gonna use my comb to kind of direct the hair in the way that I want it to go, but I'm smoothing it all over kind of into a French twist. And I'm gonna twist this up. So I'm tucking these in and twisting this into and over the foundation that I just made. So you can see I'm pulling it over so it kind of creates that French twist look. And I'm just pinching my thumb and my forefinger at that line of bobby pins that I created. And that's where I'm gonna pin the hair into. So I'm gonna do one down the center. And what that does is grab the ends of the hair that I'm just twisting and push it into that foundation that I just created. And then the rest of the pins, I can grip the side and push it into that foundation. So I'm using the technique that I used before in my last video to grab the hair and push it in to the foundation that I just created. So I'm just kind of holding this secure and I'm feeling my way through so I can kind of feel this hair as I'm grabbing it, turning and pushing it into the foundation that I just created. And so you can see it's starting to kind of form that rolled, twisted look. And I'll just continue doing that around the edge, creating the shape that I want. But the reason that this works is because I've got that foundation in the middle that I'm pushing the hair into. If I did not have this foundation, I can feel these bobby pins going into each other. If I didn't have that bobby pin to push into, I'd be pushing into just other hair or to nothing, and that's not gonna provide any stability. So having that foundation under here is gonna create great stability for this updo. Now, the last thing I'm gonna do quickly is see if I need to cover any pins. So you can see a little bit of the pin here. I'm gonna use the hair in the front that I've already sectioned out and prepped, and I'm gonna twist this over the top and use the grip pinning technique that I talked about in my last video, where I grab the hair, gripping it in the bobby pin and pushing it down into the foundation. So I can feel that there's bobby pins in there and I can push it in. And then I can just use my tail comb here. There's the very top of a pin. See how there, you can see the tip top of that? You can use your tail comb to tuck that in and just pull up the hair over that to cover that pin. So you just want to cover the tops of your pin by using your tail comb. So I've got this side up. I'll probably do a few more pins to get that secure. For the sake of time, I just want to show you how I would do that, how I would cover. And this side doesn't really have much to cover, so you can be a little more creative, whether you're using these pieces to leave out, or you can bring this across, twist, and cross over the top of your updo. But whatever you do here, say I'm gonna tuck this in, and I'm using the push pinning technique that I talked about in my last video. You can grab the hair here, and I'm pushing it in, and I can feel it hit that foundational pin that I created. And so even though I don't have it all totally secure yet, I know that this pin is gonna stay put and in turn keep that hair locked in there because I created that foundation. So I hope that makes sense to you, that we can create this lovely updo. It obviously needs a little more detailing work, but it's not going anywhere. You can really shake her head around because I created that great foundational line of bobby pins to secure the rest of my hair into. And it also helps me keep my updo centered. It helps me stay neat and organized as I'm working because I know exactly where the hair is coming into and I know that it's locked in and it's not going anywhere. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you want to dive deeper into all the different kinds of pinning that I teach, I've got that in my foundations course. You can find that at theupdocollective.com. I've got some freebies over there too. So join me there, join me in my free Facebook group, and come back every week for more tips and tricks on how to do better updos. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye.